Friday, it's the 8th of December. I've got a special video for you chaps. Very special. My first Russian razor. This is a Yacht. It's an absolute belter. Thank you, Alexei. I have righted the slight problems with the edge. This is a very, very nice razor. 99% me. Anyway, bear with me chaps. Look, I have full paperwork on it because Alexei is extremely skilled at researching things. And I would honestly say, if you can find him on eBay, I would strongly suggest you do. Anyway, the history of this model, it's a Yacht, 1965, produced by the Trudwacher factory, manufactured between 1954 and 1968, and not very many were made. Much higher quality than the regular Stitz factory blades and give a really good shave. Anyway, this we shall find out, because it had a frown, and I removed the frown. We don't need frowns, do we? And it is now a beautiful looking, absolutely gorgeous looking razor. It has the most beautiful amber coloured composite scales. And I have to say, I'm already deeply in love with it. Also, I've been very busy the last couple of days. I've actually made a couple of beautiful razors which desperately need my work. So, let me just wipe the mush. Also, how about that? Beautiful shave bowl, complete with royal crest on it. Dr. Harrison Company Limited, established 1790. That's from my cousin Matt, who I'm trying to convince to take up straight razor shaving. So we'll see in the future if he does. I'm also going to make a couple of little talky notes today for beginners, just to show how easy it is if you take your time to get into straight razor shaving. So, I'm not a great expert on bowl lathering. This beautiful fragranced soap came from my good friend Jeff Smith. And this is a Phoenix John Frown. And I've got to say, I'm no expert being an engineer on fragrances, but this smells really lovely, very luxurious. So let's put on a lather and get to work. Do excuse the strange Russian folk music in the background, but I thought it was appropriate. Sounds Chinese to me, but anyway. The balalaika part was the traditional part which I wanted. Yep, that's a nice lather, that's going to do. Paint it on, make it thicker. That's going to do me. We can revert back to that later. Very nice English, I believe, lather. Anyway, thanks so much to Jeff. I'm going to start off with the Russian, because that was the last one that I owned yesterday evening, very late. So here we are, 1965, very, very high quality. This is a beautiful looking razor. I have every hope it'll shave me as well as it looks. Let's see. So for beginners, again chaps, very simple. Get yourself a good strop. Your first razor or two should be honed by an expert. Don't rely on factory edges. They're usually barely adequate. If you get yours honed, great. If you want to get into honing yourself, it's not that advanced. It can be done. The main thing is good stropping. And here we go. Put the spine of the razor to locate yourself. and then very slowly increase the angle until you can just feel it cutting. And obviously only ever go, when you're learning, only ever go with the grain. This is with the grain going down, so it's down the cheek and down the neck. And you'll know if it's a good edge, because like this one, it'll cut effortlessly. How do I rate this edge on this Russian razor? 10 out of 10. It's absolutely perfect. But then I spent an awful lot of time on the stones. To take the frown away, it was a heel frown. I used my diamond plate. There's a lady singing in the background now. I'm not too sure if I really want that. Oh, it's gone all funny on me. Let me get rid of that chat for 2 seconds and see if I can come out of it. No, I probably can't. I think I better leave it. I'm not very expert. Anyway, getting back to basics. For once, look at that. My soap just fell off, so it's probably about right. Here we go on the other side. Exactly the same principle. Very gentle. Yes, it's gone Chinese on me, and I wanted Russian. That's what happens when you use a free music channel. This is actually a very nice edge. It should be. It's been through a full synthetic progression and it's ended up on a 20k Gukomyu Suhiru, which is an extremely expensive synthetic stone, but does give you a total mirror edge, and this will give you a good shave on any razor. However, let me now go on to my second. Now this is, to me, very exciting. This is only the second frame razor I've ever used. My first frame razor came from Japan, and it was rubbish. I couldn't put a good edge on it. Gary, bless him, I sent it to Gary. He didn't really like it either. And Gary is a world expert on honing, so if he can't put a good edge on, didn't look good for it. I got it back, I put yet another edge on it, I still didn't like it, I got rid of it. But this is slightly different. This is a John Watts of Sheffield. So this is a Sheffield made, beautiful little razor. You can see it's actually, you can see, not very good light. Although it's a frame, which I don't approve of. Oh, I know. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, well, well. Well, that's a success. Who would have thought? I do apologise for the crooning in the background. It was meant to be balalaika music. Anyway. This is a surprise to me. This is a frame razor with a very narrow added in blade. How do I rate it? Very highly. It's a good razor. I'm amazed. So perhaps we're on a lucky one today. That, by the way, was very, very, very nearly going to be just get away with a synthetic, but I didn't. I set the bevel, and after the bevel set, I actually set the bevel on this one on a 3K stone, Nanoir Professional, and then I decided, no, I'm going to go and use a La.Lune. So that is shaving perfectly on a La.Lune edge. However, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Look at this. An ATOR! Yes, an early ATOR. I've been instructed by the knowledgeable people on the shaving groups to say that when the ATOR letters are inset into the beautiful black horn scales, is an early one. This is a most gorgeous shaped razor. Look at that. This is really, really beautiful. So this is an ATOR, and it's of course Ern. It's an Ern, E-R-N, from Germany. Probably the finest of all the, of all the 3 to 5 makers. So let's try this one. I've got to say, this Lars is very good. Oh, balalaika music in the background. That's what I wanted. That is nice. It's no so nice. I'm going back to the bowl. I'm going to put some more on. Another tip for novice straight razor users is preparation is everything. You'll never have a good shave unless you've got good prep. I've just come out of the shower. So obviously my bristles, just several days worth, my bristles are now relatively softened. The other trick, which is so essential, have a towel so you can wipe your fingers. If you try and shave with soap all over your fingers, you're looking for a nice little visit to accident and emergency. Oh, that's good. Let's go against the grain. Or across the grain, as they say. Yeah, German steel. Well, this lives up to its reputation. This is a 6/8 luxury German razor from about mid-1920s. This is one of the joys of straight razor shaving. If you're lucky enough to pick up, as I did, a razor in good condition, it will last the rest of your life and your children's life and their children's life. 1925, good as the day it was made. Can you say that about anything else in life? Oh, that's superb. And this, again, I took from, not a very good, well, it didn't have an edge, let's be honest. Bevel set, the usual Martin bevel set, which is a cheap Chinese 1K, and then onto 3K, and then straight onto the La.Lune. This is the La.Lune edge and nothing else. Would I give a La.Lune a recommendation as a stone? Yes, I would. Sir Pierre La.Lune, or as we know him in the trade, Pierre La.Lune. Yes, an absolutely wonderful piece of sedimentary material, sir. And I'm not saying I'm a total convert to natural stones. I'm not a convert to anything. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I can't express the joy of honing and restoring a nice old razor. This is a lovely shape to hold as well. You notice it's got very slight curves where you wouldn't expect them. Lovely jimping on the top and on the bottom. Good jimping, you don't slip. Yeah, this is going to be one of my top razors from now on. However, let's not forget I'm also testing a Russian. This is so comfortable. Although you can hear it cutting, there is no drag at all. And this is on a La.Lune, which speaks highly of not just the stone, it speaks very highly of this German steel. 1920s German ERN, German urn. And if I can ever find another ATOR, I'm going to snaffle it up. So this is your ATOR urn. Out of 10, it's an 11. This is an 11 out of 10 razor. Let's go back to our comedy. Anyway, this is back to the Russian. On a synthetic gauge, which is as bright as a mirror. Here's the ultimate test. We're going against the grain without any lather, just residual lather. Completely comfortable. This is as good as the urn, and that's saying something. Do I recommend Russian razors? Only based on this one, which is a bit of a special. I would say yes, as good as a German razor, but we don't know the longevity of the edge. That's the next test over the next little while chat. I'm not going to take much longer because I know you've got a wonderful thing to achieve. I've got to go out. I've got to do shopping in Tesco, that'll be fun. I'm going to drop in and see a fellow collector who lives nearby, Simon, and hopefully shoot some more razors. Because you can't have too many razors, you see. Yeah, that's good. That's a good razor. Although size-wise, I don't approve of 5/8. If you're starting out in straight razor shaving, yes, you can get used to anything, but I go for 6/8. You can control the angles a little more. Low angle being the trick. It's your first 25 shaves you can tell whether you're not going to master it. After 100 shaves, you're getting pretty good. After 400 shaves, you can shave with any razor known to man. And you'll forget your evil days of safety razors and disposable razors. No. I can honestly say that's a 3 razor shave, virtually BDS. I haven't been able to concentrate because obviously chat and rabbiting on talking. No irritation at all. So, these have all been freshly honed razors, which is perhaps a little bit of a cheat, 2 of which were on La.Lunes and a superb. My faith hasn't yet been restored in frame razors. I still don't like the idea of a little narrow skinny piece of steel being wedged, as you can see, into a frame. That's why they're called frame razors. But it shaves well. And that's a simple process, just using the La.Lune. The best today, without any doubt, is still going to be the German ERN, the ATOR. That is a gift from the gods. But yeah, what can I say? Let's do the old Allen test and then we're done. So, thank you, Cousin Matt. I now have a very high quality porcelain shave bowl, which will also double as my rice bowl. Any irritation? tiny, 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 tiny bit just there. Otherwise, moustache, cheeks, absolutely nothing, zero irritation. So, in short, if you can be bothered to get down to it and get into this incredibly wonderful hobby, you'll save the planet because you won't be using any stupid disposable blade. You'll never need a disposable blade again. You want to hack your face to pieces, please use a safety razor. You get more cuts out of them, well, almost than out of, I was going to say, a Chevette. You can learn on a Chevette if you really must, but they are brutal. Very, very, very sharp. It's what our poor barbers now have to use because by law, the law has decided the brushes can't possibly carry bugs or germs. Oh no, that would be impossible because they're made out of dead animals. So of course they can't carry anything like that. Whereas the pure steel of an edge, oh no, that's lethal. You'll get hepatitis and die of dysentery and God knows what else. Well, that's a load of poo. So, as usual, government directs, we take no notice. So if you can, get yourself a decent straight razor. I've shaved with 3 today. The urn is still going to be the very best. Anyway, chaps, enough nonsense from me. Look at that. And I wish you all a wonderful Friday, a blessed weekend. Thanks to all. See you all soon.